This is working, is it? Yeah. Okay, right. Here we go. So we make. Oh, yeah, I guess that's just. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 3 straight lines. Okay, very good. Here we go then. Bow. And we're going to do a little bit of warming up to start with. So here we go, jogging on the spot. And sprint. Now knee lifting. And relax. Okay. Hip rotation. Twist your knee around as big a circle as you can manage. And the other way around. And change sides. And the other way around. And relax, feet together. Roll your knees round. And the other way. And now feet apart. We're going to do the monkey squat. Squat down, weight on one foot, the other side, drop your knee to the floor. Stand, change sides, change in your own time. And relax. Now the arms, swing your arms forwards and back. In and out. And twist the waist. Now side by side to side. And forwards and back. And now circling around. And the other way around. and relax. And now we're going to do press-ups. If you find them difficult, you can do them from your knees instead of your feet. And aim for about 10 to 12. When you're ready, stand again. And we're going to do the windmill. Circle your arm across, follow with the other. It goes backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, and just keep circling, swinging the arms. Relax. Now the dog shaking water off its back parallel with the floor, hands hanging down, turn around your spine, shake from your waist. Stand. Now we'll do the same thing, standing upright, shaking about a straight spine. And relax. Very good. Okay, now we're going to do Bodh Dharma's vein tendon Qigong. And if you don't know this, then Buddha-san is going to sort that out. In fact, he's going to take over and run the lesson from now. So he gets the microphone. And if you know come on over here, right? Come on. So some of you have done it maybe once, maybe not at all. Yeah. So we want to start in our horse riding stance, right? So the feet are in, tailbone's tucked, tongue on the roof of the mouth, right? Chin tucked in. What we're doing here is we're stretching out the fascia. We're tonifying it, right? So we want to think stretch, not flex. So I'm not gripping the muscle, I'm stretching the muscle, right? And we're using our visualization and our breath. Yeah, I won't get into too much detail about what's happening, just more of the technical. We can talk more about that at tea time or something, right? So we're going to start with squeezing out the essence. So make a fist. Goes into the side there, just resting. And we're going to extend. On the inhale, we relax. On the exhale, we're going to extend the fascia, right? So we're trying to open up these joints, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, as well as getting a little bit of stretch. You can kind of turn the knuckles in a little bit, but we're visualizing putting the knuckles into the ground. At the same time, we want to keep the head tall, so we don't want to do this. We want to keep that back long, right? And then on the exhale is when we stretch. We're going to pull in from the
diaphragm into the lower dantian. What that does is it pulls the fascia from here, it also pulls it from the feet, as well as our tailbone gets tucked. Right, as I pull in here, the tailbone tucks, this naturally pushes the knees out, creating that tension in your legs. So we're working the fascia in the legs, the arms, the back. If you're making the face, you're making it in the neck. If you don't know the face, very quickly, it's a frown, and then we're tensing the neck muscles, right? So we're tensing and tensing the face. It's like stretching that, right? We're stretching the fascia there. Any questions on any of that?
Can you repeat about the breathing?
Yeah. Inhale, relaxed. Exhale, stretch. Right? And on that exhale, we're pulling into the diaphragm. So here we go, right? Here. Relaxed. Exhale. Pulling in here, tucking the tailbone, creating that push in the legs, and then pulling those hands. But don't do this. Keep the shoulders up, right? Relax on the inhale. What we're going for is this kind of elastic feeling. So at the end of it, it's going to want to bounce back, right? If you're just flexing, there's not any bounce back. If you're actually stretching, and when you release that tension, they're going to pop up into your shoulders. It's little, but it's there, right? So here we go again. Inhaling, relaxed. Exhale. Pulling in, pushing those hands into the ground. Relax on the inhale, keep going. Try to maybe have a little less wide, not so wide, a little more narrow. Have the feet in, and then push the knees this way, not forward, to the side. Right? They don't need that much bend. Too much bend will actually cause damage to your knee. We don't want them past the toes, right? So you want to push it that way. Yeah, so it's not about sinking down. It's just about tucking the tailbone, not about, yeah. Right, relaxing on the inhale. Let's do a few more. And on the exhale, stretch. Pulling in the diaphragm. Relaxing on the inhale. Right. Keep that chin tucked in. We don't want to do this. This crimps the neck and doesn't actually do what we want. We want to push that head up, those shoulders down, right? Right? Normally we would do 9 breaths. Because we're kind of going through the teaching lesson here, we're going to do about 5 to 7, okay?
And you're trying to pull your head up also.
Yeah, you're looking to stretch the whole body. So you have 5 points,
Okay.
the head, each arm, and the legs. And we're looking to work the fascia in all of them, as well as in the back and the center. But yeah, so we don't want to do like this.
Okay.
Right, so the main focus here is the arms here, which then tucks the tailbone, pushes on the legs. But there's always this head as well, that we're getting this stretch. And you get a better stretch if you're pushing the head up instead of just pulling the shoulders down, right? If you do that counter, you get more of a stretch. This is tonifying the fascia, which has a lot of benefits. I won't get into all of them now, but it's not just for Kung Fu. It's also for just health, joint mobility, keeping organs in their shape, keeping everything in alignment. There's a lot of ligaments, protection. Like there's just a lot that's going on here. Keeping the joints lubricated, right?
I have another question.
Yeah.
What's the name of that Qigong?
Bodhidharma vein tendon.
Bodhidharma thing.
Yeah, Bodhidharma's
Okay.
vein tendon.
Okay.
Yeah. Next. So we want to bring our, make sure you have some space here. You want to bring your hands to shoulder height. Your fingers can come a little forward, right? But not enough to jeopardize, like we don't need this, but they can come a little forward. And we're going to drive the energy out this way. At the same time, you're going to pull the elbows forward or push them forward, so that stops you from doing this, right? Because the elbows, we're working on pulling the elbows, so you get the pull here, right? So inhale, relaxed. Exhale, still pulling in from the diaphragm, pushing the hands out while also pushing or pulling those elbows forward. Relaxing on the inhale. Keep going. Try to get a little bit more. Yeah. Pulling this forward as you push that out. You should feel it on the back side of your arm here. Yeah. Get it a little bit more here. Elbows forward. Not so leaning back. Yeah. So the elbows just coming forward. Yep. There you go. Yeah. Good. Right. This is rock spreads its wings. Rock is a famous bird that was quite large. What? Rock. R-O-K. Yeah, it's an Asian giant bird, prehistoric, like a dinosaur type thing, I believe. I don't know exactly, but...
My main tension is over here.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you feel it some here, but it's wrapping around this backside. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot harder than it looks. Yeah. Yeah, this is a tough practice to get motivated to do, but it's a good one, right? So, again, get into our horse riding stance, 2 columns penetrating the earth. So here we want to open up all the joints in the hand and the fingers, the wrist, elbow, shoulder, right? And we're just visualizing our hands going into the ground, right? Relaxing on that inhale. Once you've finished, go ahead and find a partner of equal strength. Begin the grinding exercises. This is probably the easiest one to feel that kind of bounce back, right? If you really just extend those hands down all the way, hard as you can, and then release on the inhale. You should kind of feel the shoulder pop up. If not, you're flexing, not stretching. If you don't feel this kind of movement, you're just flexing. We don't want to flex. Flex actually restricts the flow, right? So flexing is this. Stretching is that, right? Stretching it, not flexing it, yeah? All right, for the next one, 2 dragons chasing the pearl. We bring this up, elbows down, and then just turn your hand around without turning the whole arm. So we want to keep those elbows down, right? And we're going to project, stretch forward, but without the shoulder coming out. So if you can, keep your arms straight, not here, here, straighten shoulders. But what you want to avoid, right? No. Yes. Keep the shoulder in the socket, but stretch forward, right? Watch the lean back. We don't want to lean back. Keep that tailbone tucked, keep your back straight, right? Inhale. Exhale. Imagine those hands going all the way across the whole campus and into the forest. Relaxing on the inhale. Making sure those elbows are down. And again, stretching forward. Opening up all the joints. Relaxing on the inhale. Right? Just try not to lean back. So every...
Are we trying to like push the shoulder at the back and the hand?
No.
Or not
Just keep the shoulder in the socket.
Okay.
So you really just, all the energy is going forward.
Okay.
But everyone has this issue. You guys are all doing this. So push those hips back. Tuck them. Straight. No. Yes. Right? Right? It might feel a little different. Right? Really, yeah, stretch it out. All right. Good work. This one has two dragons chasing the pearl. Next. We're going to come out of the horse riding stance. You can have the feet facing forward or open. We're going to do a squat. Right? So this one, we're not worried about the tension here. We're concentrating on stretching the spine and the back. So we want to think this with our spine, right? So the hands are out, but it's just for balance. We're not trying to do anything with that. You just inhale down, exhale up. Pushing that head through the ceiling, stretching your spine. When you no longer can exhale, right, relax, and relax on the inhale. But really visualize this spine kind of pulling apart in your head, going through the ceiling. You can also visualize a heavy rock on your head that you're pushing, right, to create this opening. We're not worried so much about compression here, like in the previous four. We're just thinking this stretch. Now when you go down, just go down as low as you can to keep your back straight. If you start doing this, stop here. Stop here. Stop wherever it's straight. If you start to do this, the energy is going this way. We want to go up with the energy, right? So you don't have to go all the way down. The point is just to keep that back pretty vertical, right? Any questions? No? You're all pros? Love it. Makes my job easy.
Then do we ask?
Yeah, do it a little bit and then ask, right? That's probably better. So here we go, arms counter, just inhale down. There you go, right? Any questions on any of those? They take a little while to get used to, but after some time you actually can feel the fascia really work together, right? Because it's connective tissue from your toes to your fingertips, to your brain, around all your organs. It's everywhere. So tonifying it has a lot of really healthy benefits that they're just starting to figure out in the Western science world. Yeah.
It makes it a little bit dizzy just to contract. Amazing.
Yeah, I would say less you're gripping. So if you start to get dizzy, it means you're holding the muscles and oxygen isn't able to get through.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like if you were to stand there and flex, you'd get dizzy and you'd potentially pass out. But stretching shouldn't make you dizzy. So but in the beginning this is common. I did flexing for like the first 2 months because I didn't understand. So it's kind of understanding your body and then over time. If you get kind of dizzy though, take a break, take a few breaths.
No, it's fine. Just like it's like the beginning of the feeling.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I personally, a lot of us when we started, we had to take breaks. We couldn't do all 45 breaths at once. Right? So now let's do some grinding. Right? So it's a partner routine. So Priska, do you want to do some grinding? Okay. So let's go ahead and get in a row here. Priska, maybe you go. Yep. And then partner up. Right? So go ahead, get on the line, come on up. Right, I'll stand in the middle, you can come right here. Either one, right here, you're partners with each other. Yeah, so start like this, right, yep. Partnering up, yep. And the person on my side is going to turn their hand around and push towards the other person's heart, right, really push. And before that person gets to the heart, like here, maybe I'll just demonstrate.
Yeah.
No, go. Right, push towards my heart. Right, so make sure they're close enough to reach. Before they get there, I'm going to push them out. You want to resist. Yes. And now I'm going to push towards their heart. And as I get close, now you move your hips. Right, move it to the outside. And now you push towards my heart. Right, and I'm causing this resistance. Right, and then I'm turning. And so I want to, but you don't turn, you keep the resistance there, right? We want to sweat and we want to use, now push, we want to use that whole body, right? If you just use the arm, you're not really optimizing what you could. We want to teach ourselves to be using the feet, the core, the hips, right? So I'm pushing through that back leg, it's coming around, I'm turning.
Okay, so we are pushing and resisting.
Yes.
Okay, so all the time there is like no break.
No, there's
Okay.
tension the whole time.
Okay.
You should be sweating.
Okay.
Right. Come on in. We do 9 each way.
But we never move the foot, right? The feet.
Nope,
We never
you
move.
stay in a
Just
good
hips.
stance, but you do use the feet in the turn, but yes, you're right, we don't. So here we go, thumb to thumb. Yeah, and you just turn your hand around and push towards her heart. Right? And we want to offer resistance, but not so much that they can't do it.
Okay.
But you should be sweating. Make them work for it. That's good. That's what we want.
Yeah, yes. She has her power.
And have you been counting?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's switch sides. Switch sides. Left hand. So we switch our feet. 9?
9, okay.
Yeah.
I'm never counting it, so you
Come
just
to
wait
my
for
heart.
me. Okay, stop.
Okay, so you want to, yep. Yeah, there we go.
Are we doing it? You have to touch my heart.
No. Here?
Oh.
So you should be going this way.
Oh, okay. I was okay.
Yeah, you want to go to the outside, not to the inside.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
So she's going to push here, you push here, and you're going to bring it this way.
Okay.
Right, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Probably feels a little different, right? We want to bring that to the outside, yeah. Right, if you can, get some hips in there, because that's where the real power is in your hips and using your legs. Not just rocking back and forth. Yeah, we don't want this. We want, yeah, this destabilizes us and makes us unbalanced. Here, we're stable, but we're using the hips and the legs and the waist. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's probably good enough. Now we're going to start in this position again, but here, right? She's going to do a half circle this way, right? Rotate the hands around, just like you were in a block. And now I'm going to go a full circle. The key is to keep the elbow in. Now you're going to do a full circle, right? Use the hips, right? And when you come here, use the hips to come back, right? So what I mean is, look, I'm using my hips here, and now I'm using my hips to come back this way, and now I'm using my hips again, right? Really engaging that core. Once you've finished, to go ahead and do some Qian. Do at least three some Qians, and then move up. If you know further routines, don't forget to have some water. It's getting hot out. Switch sides. Yep.
No.
So start here.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep. And now do the half.
Yeah, right there.
Do you want to rotate the hand around? Yeah.
You feel comfortable.
No.
Now maybe no?
Yeah.
There you go. Get the waist. Get that whole body. Try to be in a good walking stance.
Here is getting serious.
Hmm?
Here is getting serious.
So try to keep that elbow in, and it's easier. Yeah,
Like
here.
instrument,
Yeah.
okay?
So when you come around, rotate around the elbows, and you have a lot more. Then you can use the whole body. If the elbow's way out here, you're just trying to use this muscle here, and that's not nearly as strong as all of this, right? So there's this, right? Rotating around the elbow, teaching us how to block instead of having this way out here, doing all this kind of funky stuff.
We are dancing.
Yeah. So there is one more with the pinky side. Let's just do a couple rounds. So same thing as that you just did, right? Except for you come down here, and now you go back around, right? Keep going, right? But it's just from the pinky. So it's slightly different. Just do 3 on each side, and then we'll get into some Qian. So just start pinky on pinky, right? And then we start with that half turn, right? And then that person's going to come around and do our full circles, and then the other way, right? And you'll notice it's just a slightly different movement. We're going the opposite direction, but again, we still want to engage that core. Use our legs, use our whole body. Keep that elbow in and rotate around it. to engage the core. Yeah, that doesn't mean turn more like this. It actually means turn more like this so that your hips are facing each other.
Okay.
Right, so then you can get this movement. Right, so as you do this, turn back. Try to get the movement from here. You'll have a lot more strength. Right, try the other side. I know I told you to do that, but